Welcome to week 3, and this is basically going to be a continuation of what you've done for the first 2 weeks, just going there and extruding and cutting. But I want to actually show you a couple other things concerning this constructive solid geometry, these concepts. And we are going to get in here and we're going to show you how to use the hole command in here, which is going to be pretty handy down the road. You got other things that's going to be in your tutorial in chapter 3, like using the grip and snap intervals, if you're interested in using those, and we'll just touch on those maybe just a little bit when I show you this video. But basically, let's jump in there, and I'm going to draw this chapter 3. And I'm going to get right into SolidWorks, and this is going to be, we're going to do new, part, okay, and this is going to be, is this a millimeter? Yeah, it's a metric drawing. So come up here again to your little gears and come down to options, and you want to go into document properties and units, and we are going to be in millimeters up here. So millimeters, grams, and seconds, and all that. So that's what we're going to be into. And also, I told you about using the snap, and your grid and snaps in here as well, if you wanted to use that. We'll get back into that in just a minute, but get this set, and this is the decimal points, only 2 places to the hundredths. Let's just go ahead and set that up for the thousandths. Okay, angle to the thousandths, I guess it'd be fine. We'll set everything up to the thousandths mark, and then just OK on that. And we're ready to start drawing. And this drawing isn't anything too awfully difficult. We're going to use the rectangular command first. And what I do first is come up here and hit your sketch button, and then go in here and sketch. And it doesn't matter what plane. I'll use this top plane. Doesn't matter really. And I'm going to hit this rectangle and just rough it in. Start right there and rough it in. And I like to hit my smart dimension. Click this side of it. And this thing is 75 by 50. Well, actually, this should be 75 over here, and this should be 50 right here. I love the parametrics where you can adjust things and make it to whatever you need it to be. All right, so we'll keep on rolling, and if you smash your wheel down on your mouse, you can turn it, which is a nice feature in this. So we're done with our 2D sketch. We're ready to go and quit the sketch and go into feature mode. So we quit that, and we go into feature, and we're going to extrude. And the extrusion on this one is 15 millimeters. So you just type in 15 millimeters. And now, of course, you can change this stuff if you want to, the direction of it, just like that. But it's perfect. It's 15 millimeters. We shoot that thing up just like that. And it has got, I'm just kind of rolling it around. And I'm on the back side of this thing, and I want to put myself another sketch on here. So I just come up here and sketch, hit the back side of it. So we're ready to start sketching over here. Now, if I want to look at this thing straight on, I can by clicking on, clicking on this right there. And I turned it the wrong way, but you can actually click it and turn it around like that if you want to. And you can see this is my plane I got my sketch on. So I'm just going to click on that and turn it. I want to put my circle in here. Catch the center point. It'll automatically catch it for you. Put it up to there. And after I get that in there, it's exactly what I want. Let me escape that. Exit my sketch. And I want to come in here now, features. And we are going to take and extrude this. And the extrusion on this one goes up 40 millimeters is what it's showing here, so I want to make sure on this. I'm kind of looking through the tutorial as we're going through, and assume that's correct. Let me see if I can find the overall drawing of this thing. I believe it is 40. So I'm just going to come down here and hit 40, and I want to flip it back the other way, just like that. And then OK on that. It attaches it through, just like that. So we've got that already drawn, and you'll see those Bowlean tools in here, but one thing I love about this software, it automatically attaches things. You know how this one was separate than this one? When we put them together, it automatically attached them together. Now, like some of the other software, like AutoCAD, you have to use Bowlean tools to add and subtract. So if you added something, they'd be two identities until you went there and told it using Bowlean tools, I want them to be put together as one piece. So this one automatically does it for you, which is really nice. Okay, so now we got a hole in the top of it, and to do that we just basically come up here and sketch again. Hit your sketch, click on the top of it, and I don't have to do a whole lot of twist on it because they'll catch the center of it for me. I just have to get in there pretty close, and now I just got to find out exactly what that is. It's a 30 diameter, so I just click on it, Smart Dimension, click on that, and it's 30, and we're done with the sketch. So I exit out of that, and I'm going to jump in here to features, and we got to use Extrude Cut. And all you do, it's already selected, and it's got the distance here, but actually I just do through all and select. So now you got your hole all the way through that. We're getting there. Now the next thing is one thing I really wanted to show you. I want to show you how to use the hole command. And it's something you're going to use a little bit more so later on when we get through some of these projects. But what you do is just come up here to sketch, or actually not sketch, but stay in feature mode, and you can go up here to Hole Wizard. You see that? Advanced Hole Thread. You can go to Hole Wizard there, and you see over here it's got your type of, this is specify the type that it is of hole, and it's just a through hole. It's a 20 millimeter through hole. So we can choose this, just a regular hole, and it's asking us standard ANSI inch and drill sizes and all that good stuff, but this is going to be an ANSI metric, and it's going to be 20 millimeters. So I go right down through here and find 20 millimeters just like that. So we're set up, and we're going to go through all right here, okay? Alrighty. So now all you have to do is go up here to position, and it'll ask you where you want to put it at. This is where you get into a 3D sketch. Click on 3D sketch and then come over here, and just on that plane, you see how it lights up. Just click on it, select, right click and select or hit enter, and it puts it in there, but it's not in the right location. You see that? And that was my fault. I should have dimensioned it. But you can always go back in your history over here. You all see this? And you can right click and you can edit the feature. You see that? So it gets me back in there, and I'm going to go to position, and I don't like that position, so I want to hit Smart Dimension. I catch the center of it to the outside edge, and this thing across was 40, so you could actually type in 40 divided by 2, or it's 20, but it's really smart software. And then from the end of this is 30 to the center, so with Smart Dimension on again, catch the center of it, catch that point. Smart Dimension, catch that point to that point, and it's going to be 30. And you can go ahead and check mark that. It is good shape. Well, maybe not. Y'all see that? So I got to get in here and find out what's going on with this. So I can go right back in there again, right click on this, edit the feature, and I've got to figure out, well, I tell you what I could do. Let's just close that up. I can't remember exactly what the length of that was. If you can't remember, there's some tools in here that can help you out. There's some measure tools. Uh, let me see if I can find them here for us. I'm just smart to mention this real quick. See if it'll give me, it's 50, so it's 25. So I just, I put 20 on there, so I messed up. So I want to go back in there and right click on this again, go to edit features. And when I get in there, position, smart dimension, there, it's already smart dimensioned. I just got to tell it right here. Escape to get out of that. I just got to double click this and tell it 25. Now that looks a little better. So check mark that once you get it. If this is what you want, check mark it. And there you've got your hole in. And also, did you see the other things that were associated with those holes in there? You've got your counter bores, counter sinks. You've got all that different types of holes in there that you can use, and definitely use those because it makes life easier. So after you get that in there, it's pretty simple now. Just go back into your standard sketch, click on the face of that, and I want to turn it around so I can see it. So I click on that just like that, and see, if you're used to some of these softwares of holding the button down and panning, that'll happen to you. So I just click back on that, click that face, and then I'm going to take and I want to just I want to click on my rectangle, and I click up there in the top quadrant of that. And I'll bring this down just like this. And then I'll just smart measure it. And that should be 25. Or actually, I'm sorry, that'd be 20. And all the way through. And then I want to make sure, yeah, it looks like it's blended in right with that quadrant. But if you wanted to make sure on that, you could. You could go from here to here, which should be, get it again, from here to here, which should be 30. So it's 30. We're good shape. We're ready to go. So now we just go into exit the sketch in our feature mode, and we do an extrude cut. Catch all that right there, and you want to go through all. Okay.